come up with the unique ideas, figure out which ones are going to be the mantra keywords, and never name something that's going to have a limiting factor in it.
What are your thoughts on how one should brand today?
Are you talking about personal brand or?
No, I'm talking about like incorporating a brand in a business, because I think we're starting to see that a lot more. And because it sounds like you have a very niched community that's pretty much like this. And is that something that you would do? I guess to better ask the question, is that something you would do up front in the beginning, or is that something where you gather data, and then you kind of say, all right, I get it now. Let's just niche down and build a brand later, beginning or a little after?
I build a brand before I launch it, and there's a process. There's definitely a process with a brand. A lot of people get this wrong, so it's a very important topic. I think about the people I want to impact, first of all, when I'm building a brand. And I think about, what do these people want to say? What would they wear on a shirt? What would be their mantra? What would be the thing that they tell people they are or they belong to and proudly tell people they're belonging to? So for example, my business, 365 Driven, I could literally walk up to anybody, random person, and go, hey man, are you 365 driven? And they wouldn't know what I mean. They'd be like, days of the year and driven. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I am. And why would you say you're not? First of all, you'd be like, no, I'm not driven every day. I'm kind of a lazy ass. Like, so it's a mantra.
I love it, by the way.
It's a mantra. It's like, okay, hashtag 365 driven.
Yeah.
So I built something that people want to be a part of, because even me, like you and I, before we fired up this thing, Arate Syndicate is a group that I'm in with Ed Milet and Andy Frisella. That is a group that high performance people that are multimillionaires that we just want to be a part of things. Every human, you're probably a part of several things. I'm a part of several things. We're always looking for the tribes that resonate with us in different areas of our life. So if I can build something that creates a movement or some kind of a tribe, that's my superpower. I build massive communities. That's what I do. So I have got that experience. I've been able to duplicate that a few times. So I wanted to build one instead of cars. I wanted to build one for entrepreneurs. I said, I love business and I love cars. The only two things I really love is business and cars. So I'm going to take this and go do an entrepreneurship business model version of it. But in order to do that, I had to be able to be more vocal, be more on social media. Like we talked about, being very uncomfortable doing these kind of things, getting on stage, getting on podcasts, getting a book out there. I had to be able to amplify my message across thousands of people, because one-on-one will only get you so far. So that's what I did, is I wrote the book and I said, okay, man, I'm branding the book. It's on the back. It says 365 Driven. Even if you look at the book cover, I want to show you, you probably didn't even catch this. Look at the little dollar, the number of dollar on there, the ID number. You see the dollar?
Yeah. Oh, driven.
That's 365
badass.
Driven. See?
That's badass.
So it's embedded branding right there on the front cover.
That's awesome.
And so I'm very good at with branding, and I think about that. And I said, okay, I've got the mantra, and the domain name has to be available too, but like, don't go running down the road and before trademarks, and you need to make sure that all the stuff is available before you go down the road. So come up with the unique ideas, figure out which ones are going to be the mantra keywords, and never name something that's going to have a limiting factor in it. And here's a key. A limiting factor would have been calling this Tony Whatley. A limiting factor would have been calling this 365 Driven small business owners. See, these are all limiting factors that are not necessary. Think about this. When I say Apple, like, we know that's a computer, but it could have been anything. It could have been shoes. It could have been vacation travel. It could have been a car. It could be anything. Nike, it's just a word. Google, it's just a word. It's not Google search engine.
Yeah.
Google search engine based in California. Like, it's so, like, I hate when people use like area names, like Houston Tire. It's like, well, do you just want to have business yourself in tire? Yeah, because if I'm in Seattle, like, why the hell would I want to buy something from Houston Tire? So it's not necessary. So don't use regionalized names. Don't use your personal names, because you can't sell yourself. You can't pass the torch because the brand is you. That also tells me a lot about ego. When you name it after yourself, that's ego. It's pure ego. I want to be famous. I want people to know my name. Well, you know what? Everybody knows Elon Musk, and that's not the name of his company.